Hi crafters, Karen here. Do you have anything in your stash that might resemble what you see up on screen? Maybe some distress oxide sprays, mini ink pads, dye inks, pigment inks, distress oxides, or maybe even some alcohol inks? I would imagine that most crafters would have some kind of type of ink in their stash. Welcome to the Smash Your Stash 2025 collaboration series hosted by Beth from Bourbon Creek Crafts. And for the month of January, our theme, of course, is inks. So let's go ahead and we'll see what I created using some inks. I brought in my Happy Half Sheets bundle from Tailored Expressions, and this was a deeply discounted bundle for the Black Friday, during the Black Friday sale. And unfortunately, this is no longer available. And it is a birthday theme, which I love because I thoroughly enjoy making birthday cards because I do donate them to the Cards for Cubs organization every year that they hold in March. Here is the Birthday Bash stamp set that I used. Here is the die set. And here I have the My True Colors Birthday Bash inspiration. And each card will show you color combos. So if you have a challenge with combining colors, these sheets will definitely come in handy to help you put some colors together. Now, this isn't everything that comes in the bundle. I was just showing you the things that I used in making some cards for the video today. Now, the idea behind Happy Half Sheets is you get to create your own pattern paper. And with this particular Happy Half Sheet, I did create birthday cards using that Birthday Bash stamp set. So I went ahead and I made some pattern paper, and you'll see that in just a minute because I have a few sheets here that I wanted to share with you on what they look like. Now, the Happy Half Sheets, on one side you get a picture of what the cards are, how many cards you'll make and what they will look like. And then on the other side, they give you the cutting guides. Another thing I like about the Happy Half Sheets is they give you more color combo recommendations. So again, if you do struggle with color combos, this would be a great resource to have to help you with that. Now, here are the background, the pattern papers that I made. I have 3 here, and I did make a total of 5, and you'll see the cards that I made with the other 2 sheets that I created. So I brought in my different inks and different colors, and I did use the inspiration cards. I don't remember which ones specifically, but you can see here when you look at the stamp set that I did use the present, I used the balloon, I used the confetti, the party hat, I even used the banner, I used the star, and on one of them I did use that sentiment, hooray. I just thought it would be something different to add to the paper, and I thought it looked really, really cute. And again, if you don't have the Happy Half Sheets, or any other template that you want to use, you can just take the pattern paper and you can cut it in half. So you could cut it to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and it will fit perfectly on the card base. Or you can cut it to 4 by 5 1/4, and you can use it as a card front. And then any scraps that you have, you can put on the inside of the card so that you're using up the entire piece of cardstock that you created. And so those are the finished pattern papers that I created. Here are the cards that I made. Now, with the Happy Half Sheets, with this volume, you do get 2 that are that focus on slimline cards or mini slimline cards. So I did make one set of the mini slimlines, and then I just made another set of the standard A2 size. Here I'm flipping through my maps, and I call them maps, and they're Happy Half Sheets, but I'm going through, looking through, trying to see which one, pulling out the one that I used to make the slimlines. And so you can see how my cards match the images that are on that side. And for one of them, I turned it to horizontal instead of making it vertical, just because of how the pattern paper was positioned. Because it had the words on there, I just changed it to the horizontal direction. And then for my second set, I am trying again, looking through my half sheets here, trying to figure out which one I used. Now I see the colors here, but even though the colors match, that was not the half sheet that I used. So I need to go back, I need to look and pull out the right half sheet so I can show you the cards that match it. So here it is. And again, those are the 4 cards that you would make after you cut out your pattern paper. And I like the 4 designs here. So you've got the 4 strips stacked on one another. And then you have the 3 horizontal strips. You've got a couple of squares with a horizontal strip. And then you've got like those triangles there on the top left. And again, I really like these half sheets. It really is great for bulk card making. So if that's up your alley, then this is definitely something for you to try. Some more birthday cards. Now, all the birthday cards I made were all from Taylor Expressions products. And here, these 2 cards, this is the birthday Create and Quad stencil set. And those 2 backgrounds that you see, the confetti, those are actually foilets. And basically, you would take the foilet, you would lay some foil over it, and then you'd run it through your ink machine. And then you get all that pretty shine and glitter there. And it's just really, really pretty. A nice added touch. And the presents there on that card that I'm holding, that was actually done in foil too. And that was part of the stencil. And I do have a die set that goes with that. So I did cut out the presents to put on top of the confetti. And then I have these 2 cards, and the background stamp, that's a really cool stamp. That's called the Wonky Grid background stamp. And I just thought it went great with these balloons. And then the balloons themselves, those are a stencil and die set. So you get a total of 8 stencils, you get 2 dies. And 2 of the stencils are basically like the negative of the balloon. So it's one full rounded balloon and then the oval. And then there's 3 other stencils that have the designs on them. And you get 3 for the full rounded balloon, and then you get 3 for the oval sized balloon, which gives you then a total of 8. Now, I absolutely love this stencil set. It's great because you get a variety of balloons, you get different designs, and then you get different shapes. I also brought in my Happy Birthday sentiment stamp set, and I like this one in particular, the Happy Birthday here, because it resembles balloons, and I thought it went perfect with those balloon cards. Now, these last 2 cards are my absolute favorites. I did pull out my, I think it's called the Party Vibes background stamp. That's what you see on the top part of both cards, the red and the blue. And then the numbers are from the Birthday Blowout die set. You get the numbers 0 through 9, you get the candles, and then you get the frosting that you see that's on top of the number. And there's a frame or a die set that cuts out both those pieces on that angle. And then it also, you can see that scalloped piece, that border piece, that was also part of that same die set. And I used that to create these backgrounds. And the bottom part, the red and the blue, I basically just took my ink pad and I swiped it on the card until they were fully saturated. And then I did the same thing with the borders that you see there and the numbers. I just like how all the colors go together. And then I did do an emboss resist with the sentiments, so I stamped those in embossing powder. And then I just wipe them with a cloth, and then you get that nice look. So I have another set of cards here. These are encouragement cards, and these are 5x7. And I basically what I did was I brought in my 3D wood grain embossing folder, and I embossed the cardstock, and then I took 2 of my ink pads from the VersaFine Claire collection, and I basically just swiped it down on the wood grain embossed piece. And I used both a navy blue and then I used a gray, because the images here that you see, they have kind of both of those colors in there, and I kind of wanted to bring out those colors on the wood grain. So I thought it made a nice distressed look on the wood grain. And the images, that's from a paper pad called Stamperia, and there were a total of, I believe, 9 of those postcard type images, and I just cut those out individually. I used my rounded punch corner to punch those out, and then I just put these together. And the sentiments I used was an encouragement sentiment stack that I have from scrapbook.com. And again, these same cards will go to Cards for Cubs that I'm making, that will I will send it to them in March. So from here now to March, I will be focusing on birthday and encouragement cards, so I can get these mailed out to the Cards for Cubs. And I'm just here just showing you the sentiments that I had. And again, that's one of those stamp sets where you get 10 stamps on one. You stamp it all at one time, and then you have a die piece that will cut them all out in one pass. And I make a bunch ahead of time, and then I just I put them in my stash, and then when I'm ready to make cards, I just bring them out. This wraps up my video, and I hope it has inspired you to give your inks a try in maybe different ways. And until my next video, friends, I hope your day is a crafty day. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you all again real soon. Take care.